Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Okay, I'm going to let you guys join. I was kind of half done it and then I like seeing these new names coming up as people start to talk a bit more. How are you guys? It's quite late here. It's 5 minutes past midnight. I thought I'd jump on. I think I want to talk about signs and synchronizations. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, but anyway, I was giggling to myself because as you set it up, it always asks you now on YouTube whether or not your video's for kids. And I thought after last night, no bloody way. Samuel, I'm not doing personal readings like that. So you're booking a personal reading, it'd be well worth it. Hi, Sherry. How are you doing? I'm just going to grab my coffee. Feels a bit quiet. We had some music on last night. It's all a bit quiet. It's hermit mode. I was just pulling my cards. Well, I was just sitting here playing with the Channel of Love cards. I've been waiting for a reading to upload to send to somebody. So I didn't really want to go live whilst it was doing that. I didn't want to put so much pressure on YouTube. So I was just sitting here playing with these cards and it came out with Living the Tao and the Awakening of the Student. And I felt that was the feminine side. And then the other side, it had Bliss and Addicted. And that's the Lovers with the Devil. And you're joining as a first timer? Is that just joining in the chat, or are you new to the channel? As in you've only just started watching? Hi McKenna. I've been speaking about you in my readings because past life stuff. And I noticed that you've actually put a video about synchronizations. I haven't watched it yet. I've been busy doing readings. So I recommended you. It was just weird that your video come up as being syncs, and anyway, it was a sync part that kind of got me. So I've kind of recommended like for someone to watch you. Intuitive Moons, what's the energy right now? Talk to me. You're new to the channel. Well, welcome, Luna. I hope you enjoy your visits. They can be fun. They're definitely extreme at times, but they most definitely are kind of, they're raw, they're real. I like to think we're getting even more truthful. It's insanely amazing, major synchronizations. This is what I really want to talk about. As a channel in the live sessions, yes, they're a lot easier for me to do lives because I don't have to upload after. I do find that, like last night, I'm not going to bed. I'm like really buzzing afterwards, guys. But it's our time difference, okay? So, and well, I finished my work for the day. I didn't get to read a chapter tonight of Harry Potter, but that's cool. I'll do that tomorrow and have that out for 8:30 tomorrow night. So I'm enjoying doing that. I want to speak about that as well, the Harry Potter, because and I can talk about the Tao Te Ching, like about recognizing sign synchronizations. If you're following Harry Potter with me, okay, and I'm reading a chapter a night, you're going to notice the synchronizations that come in with the readings, okay? If you're not noticing them, you will notice syncs naturally. I was only saying to someone today, it was like 2 weeks ago, you were saying, I'm not really seeing the syncs and the numbers. And then like for the last 3-4 days, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like, well, you can't avoid them now. It's about living in the now. I'm just going to get my coffee. Oh, I haven't put milk in it yet. Hold on. And it's just interesting with the readings that I'm doing today. It's all coming up with, you're being sent signs, synchronizations. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments. Authentic. Yes, I believe that's McKenna, hopefully explaining the channel. Okay, Hi, Spotted Pony. I hope you're doing well. Intuitive Moons, to be honest, it feels like my DM is thinking about me. Ha, ha, ha. I can't even explain it. I can't stop smiling for some reason. It's just come out with bliss and addicted. So I don't think you're wrong. But it's like we're laughing at it, aren't we? The signs and synchronizations, it's kind of like we do know what's going on. It's like every corner you turn, there's a confirmation. Hi, Guiding Echoes. How are you doing? I do need to get back to you. We'll arrange something. Hi, Pandora. Okay, I don't watch. There's no judgment. I definitely wouldn't watch Love Island. Sorry. That's not something I don't watch like programs like that, or no, that's not mine. But I bet you do. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you won't be able to escape it, no matter. It's like, are these programs kind of made for like for me to watch to give me a message? Is this song, was this song Vote For Me? It's time to movies. You won't be able to escape it. And it all brings you back to solitude. You're like, shit. And then you still can't escape it. Yeah, lots of people do like it, Pandora. Not my kind of well, I don't really do television. So anyway, I know it's very popular. I know that. I think it depends what kind of humour you have. I don't think it's my humour. Just like The Only Way Is Essex is not my humour. Okay, let me have a look. I might be wrong, but I'm not going to give it a go. I like my own little Love Island I've got going on here. Hi, Laurie. I don't think I've said hi to you yet. Okay, sorry, Luca, let me just have a read of what you're saying, because you're asking me something, aren't you? I'm just going to come back. I don't want to miss any of the kind of chat. I got to Guiding Echoes. Pandora, we spoke about Love Island. You've caught me on a live. Awesome. I'm not sure what's going to come out of my mouth. We never do know. Intuitive Moons. These vibes are amazing. I love it so much, and I feel so much love right now in the collective. What did I say? Oh, Emily. She made a mention. We went down to the shop, and she said something about Valentine's Day. And so I said, I feel so in love, Emily. Sod Valentine's Day. I just feel so in love. I don't feel like I'm lacking any kind of love, self-love, any love. I just feel, I said, do I feel completely loved and adored? She'll think I'm going crazy. Anyway, okay, so I'm with you on that one. I'm laughing all day, and people look at me and kind of think, what is she laughing about? And I don't get it. It's cute. It's very cute. This is how I see it. It's like Wayne Dyer always gives this story, but I don't know the story. But it's something about like all the world is kind of going on around you, and you just sit in the middle and you're just observing it all. And that's how I feel. It's like, whoa, I'm watching karma unfold there. And it's like, well, I can see why that's happening. And you're just like, you don't really need to interfere, do you? And I think that's the whole point, isn't it? We're not meant to interfere with the flow of things. So I feel like we're all divinely protected as long as we stay in the centre and we just observe this crazy stuff that's going around. Anyway. Okay, right. I'm going to get back to what Luca was asking me. The other day, you were talking about how when something is meant to be, it will be regardless, and that your husband had 20 years past. I'm sure it's a very personal story. Can you share? Yes, of course I can. Okay, what would you like me to share about my husband? If you can, like, pin, it's quite a long story. You're going to have to wait for the book, but I don't really have the patience to write the book. Anyone good at book writing and wants to listen to me talk and, like, write it down? Okay. Let me just reread it, Luca. I don't have a problem really sharing my story at all. Any parts that I don't share with you, I'm not healed from. So there you go. It's just there's a lot to share, so it depends what comes up. So we're talking about how when something is meant to be, it will be regardless, and that your husband's 20 years past. Okay. My husband's, but I'm just going to read these other comments, and then I'll see whether or not you kind of wanted to know any particular part of it, or what the kind of the question is that you're wanting to get to. So just go for it. Don't worry about holding back. It's all authentic here, isn't it, McKenna? Okay. Oh no, that's cool. I can. No, that's fine. You can ask away. They're everywhere. Parallel experience. We're trying to record channeling today. Did you get any joy, Carol, with your channeling? I'm so intrigued on the channelings that are coming through. Okay. I heard another reader today say that she kind of like, she thought her divine masculine was knocking on the door. It must be this fear thing, panic. Another thing to overcome. Okay. We don't see it, Love Island, but we can guess. It's all about love brings exciting feelings, smiles, and just uplifts you, puts you in good vibes. Luca, have you gone embarrassed? Is that embarrassed now? Not knowing what comes out of your mouth is part of the adventure. Yeah, because they're not my words, are they? I've like settled into this. Sometimes I go, why the hell did I tell someone that story? Or why did I say that? I mean, I've just done a video where I've just lifted up my top and shown, because it mentioned about wearing like casual wear, and it's like, oh, I forgot I put a jumper on, but I told myself to put a jumper on in the video when I was cold. So I kind of went, well, go and put a jumper on. Or if you're in your pajamas and going back to bed, put a dressing gown on. Or wasn't going back to bed or in my pajamas, did put a jumper on. But I was like showing her like my top underneath. It's like, what are you doing that for? I don't know. Anyway, it's all fun, isn't it? I love watching these back. I'm talking really fast now, so I'm excited. Yeah, Spirit is giving constant hugs. I seem to have something like, I don't know, on my eye. Okay. Destiny's Love Healing. Okay. Look at the music video you posted. No lacking. Where did you post it, McKenna? In the community group? I haven't really caught up on any. I saw a few things. I had a little scroll. Carol, I saw the artwork. Artwork is amazing. Guys, if you want to join our community group, you can find it on Facebook under the channel, under the what? I don't know what I was going to say. I feel like my nose is running again, seriously. Under the Channel of Love. I think it's called Community Group. You have to request to join. Okay. Echo, I'm just calling you Echoes now for some reason. I'm basically making myself a romantic dinner right now. Roast beef, roasted veggies, red wine, and later chocolate strawberries. I was thinking about the other day who was going to the shop the other day? Someone was going to the shop and I said, get dark chocolates. And in my head, it was strawberries. I could imagine it's like Valentine's Day coming in. That's great. I cooked a really nice meal for myself tonight. I'm just going to get some kitchen towel. Why are we dabbing the nose again? It was I don't know. It's like something I had chicken and I'd done some stuffing, sage and onion stuffing. Yorkshire puddings, Brussels sprouts, petit pois peas, little tiny sweet ones. I like them. And horseradish mashed potato. It was lovely. Oh, and I'd done some onions as well in the gravy. They were a little bit like charred, burnt. And when you come down, I just see her little eyes light up. So satisfying, isn't it? Even if you cook yourself, it's just like, you can just imagine, can't you? It's just getting putting the love. I always go to it. It's made with love. I haven't banged around. I've given my attention even peeling those potatoes. So, anyway. That's going to be so nice, that dinner. Roast beef. Will you have any horseradish on your roast beef? I have horseradish on everything if I can. Horseradish sauce. Oh, Intuitive Moons. I'm awesome. Thank you. I'm just me. It's pretty cool being me. It's snowing here. Well, there. And in the midst of the storm, the sun appeared and covered again in snow clouds. Yes, please be more specific. Awesome. Otherwise, we'll be here for like quite a lot of hours. Okay. You've always wanted to write a book. You must do it. I do want to write a book, but I quite like talking. Oh, okay. I get sidetracked. Did his passing make it possible for you to be with someone else? Do I think his passing was a reason to make it possible for me to be with like my divine masculine, my divine counterpart? I do think that had something to do with it, yeah. We'll go on a bit more. I'm just seeing if you've got anything else to say, or if anyone wants to add to that. It doesn't bother me. Okay, speaking of the passing of your husband, Lucy, I want to give you my sincere condolences. Oh, thank you. It's okay. When you're going through it, it's not until afterwards you really look back and went, shit, did that really happen? It was tough when I went through it. And I'm really proud of myself because my husband's death, well, I don't want to share it with you. You do not want to know the extent, okay, of what the doctors told me, basically. That I was petrified I would see this again, okay? I'd never seen anything like it, and neither had the doctors. And I was looking at like their faces thinking, this isn't normal. I've never seen anything like this before. My husband had cancer, and it was cancer of the cheek, okay? So he kind of had to have like his cheek taken out, and they took out his wrist with the main artery, and they kind of plugged it in. But I can't go too graphic, okay? Because there's certain things I have to do to get to it. But the cancer had spread more into his jawbone because they shaved so they took out all his teeth and shaved his jawbone, and they said it had gone, that they got it all. And then about 2 weeks later, after this major operation, he was 2 weeks in hospital. That's right. And then he came home. So it was about 2 weeks after being home, we went back to the hospital for the test results of the shavings they took from his jawbone, and they said, we got bad news. We thought it'd be radio chemotherapy because like my husband really didn't want that. And they said, no, it's actually gone into the jawbone. We're going to have to take out your jaw, but we're going to have to take the leg out of your bone and reconstruct your jaw. So within a month, he was back in hospital for another 2 weeks, this time opening up the operation again. And then he was home. And because we'd separated, he comes straight back here, and I became his full-time carer. So what I was seeing was, after the radio chemotherapy, which is you don't even want to, and they gave him, because he was 42 when he passed away. So this was kind of a 2-year from being 40. They gave him high dosages of radiotherapy and chemotherapy, and it was all precaution. Me and my husband had a bit of because I wouldn't personally take radio chemotherapy, especially not just as a precaution, saying they got rid of the cancer. But you read through the small print, don't you? And it says in it, this can cause the cancer to come back. So I think we're done with the operations. We'd finished the chemotherapy by the end of July. And then come about November time, I noticed it was like, I didn't know if the reconstruction of his jaw, it was sinking in, or whether, I don't know, but he seemed to be kind of sticking out here. And we went back, and they said that it was back, and that this time he might lose his eye. And then they decided they couldn't operate on it, and it was terminal. So it was, the eye came out like this, well, maybe not this big, but put it this way, he cut up one of my bras, okay, and he took the cup of it and he made it round a bandana. This bloke went out. He did not stop working. A true Leo. We had to travel through London. I mean, people looking at him. I don't know how I'd never complain really about a blemish or anything, seeing what he went through. Anyway, we went for trials in London, but he got too ill. And the cancer then ate away his face. Like half of the face, guys. And the doctor said to me, I said, will I ever see anything like this again? And he said to me, the only time you would ever see this is in an act of terrorism or war where someone's face had been blown off, and we would reconstruct it. So, no. I mean, I was asking questions like, is his eye going to fall out? And I could see it all. Big gal. Couldn't even take my girls for an injection when they were young. Biggest lesson. Gets me over the fear. So that's kind of like his illness. Did it set me free? Yeah. He was my only boyfriend. I married him, like, we got engaged within 3 months. So, and then married a year later, and then had, like, fell pregnant a month after the honeymoon. It was all planned. It was perfect. It was lovely. But it was just me and him. And when we split up, when we separated, even my girls, they'd even tell you now, we're not sure if he would have moved on, if he would have got over me. And we spoke a lot. We had a lot of time to speak while we was kind of waiting for this transition to, because when you think in January and you see someone's like eye out here, you think it's going to affect their brain. It never once went to his brain. He was completely with it. The soul is so strong. The soul is so strong. I was kind of saying to him, are you going to kind of like go now? Because if he was an animal, we would have been done for cruelty, for keeping someone alive in that state. And when you come to a human being, they're trying so hard to keep a life going. And anyway, it was all beautiful. He had, in the April, so he made his transition the 31st of August, 2017. I have to think about that. Yes. 2017. Yeah, I was my 40th, yeah. So not on my 40th birthday, but in the April, actually, just before my 40th birthday, we thought he was a goner. He kind of went for about 10 days. He didn't get out of bed. This man just didn't eat. Well, you can imagine he really can't. He couldn't eat. So we had tubes, feeding tubes anyway. Let's not go there, too deep. And he went up there. And I think that's what, so I feel like there's a whole purpose for this. He went, like, we were so worried. Like, all the family was up. And the amount of times I called the family because, I don't know, this bloke just kept going. And he said he was in the most amazing place. He said to me, Lucy, he said, I was like just somewhere amazing. It was like paradise. He said, no matter where I turned, he said, I was turning this way and I was playing football. And then I turned this way and I was like fishing on the beach. And he said, and whatever my heart desired, I could have an experience. He said, but I wasn't disconnected from the world below. I wasn't disconnected from you guys. He said, I wanted to stay. He said, but I knew I needed to come back for a time. He said, and I'm not scared. I can't wait to go back. It's just not yet. I have some letters that he's wrote. They've all kind of stashed away because I suppose at the time it was quite upsetting. But I've read them all. And I suppose they'll all come out at some point. But that gave me such belief in the, do you want to call it the afterlife, or there is no separation? So, yeah, without that whole experience, I don't think I'll be sitting here. I don't think I'll be sitting here anyway if my husband was alive. I just don't know if I would have had the confidence. So, anyway, right, I've gone on, haven't I? Right, what are you guys saying? Rita, you make me laugh. Good morning, my dear loving secret. Love and hug. Tell me why I'm your dear loving secret if you're talking to me. You're going to send me, Carol. What's that? That painting was amazing, if that's what you're talking about. Yes, the Oracle said release fear and panic. Okay. Oh, Brenda, you're so glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here too. It was quite good because I could have the closure with my husband, and I realised actually why we needed the length of it. It was very beautiful. Like toward last week, I think it was only really 2 days he was out of it, like, and I knew he was going. And I had to kind of leave him because he would wake up and try and get up for me to put on this kind of positivity and everything. So I really did leave him the last 2 days. It was like, I'm not going in to disturb him. He needs to rest now. I was there when he passed away. I can even tell you what song was playing. Randy Crawford, Someday I'll Fly Away. That was what was playing. So I was there, but it was like I was keeping him alive. It was awful. It was awful. What was I saying? I don't know. As well as to put for a genuine offer, if interested in helping to type out your journey with your late husband. I enjoy touch typing, no jokes. Well, maybe I can't like promise things at the moment because I don't have the follow through, but the time will come, I imagine. Okay, just have a think in your mind any ideas. But yeah, I'd love to read a book. I'd love to write a book, but I'd really like to maybe hear it written as someone else maybe perceives my journey. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, it's you, Intuitive Moons. Went to get the chocolate with the strawberries. Yummy, yum, yum. That was last night. Okay. Luca, are you saying what sounds so nice? What that my husband actually wrote, like I think he wrote a poem. I think I put it on the back of his service sheets for his funeral. Yeah, it gave a lot of people hope and connection. I think a lot of lessons were learnt through my husband's transition. He had the most amazing funeral. It was massive. They lined the streets for him. He was, yeah, definitely made an impact. Some people go through life and they don't make any form of impact. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, where are we up to? Okay. I'm behind as well, Pandora. Oh, guys, it's cool. It's do you know what? As I don't know, I was just really strong. It was harder, I think, seeing. I mean, me and my husband, we would, talk about this. We weren't afraid. We spoke about my plans after he went. Oh, that's what I was talking about, how romantic it kind of was towards the end. So we had the kind of conversation, and it was like, he told me that it was, if one of us was to go, then it was to be him, and that I was to stay. And he also said to me that he would send things to me via owls. Now, I think because my belief level is so high, my daughters receive the owls, especially my eldest daughter, which is beautiful. He also spoke to them and told them that they're to talk to him at any time, that they ever feel lonely, and they both do that. They connect with their dad that way. It just kind of made everything really easier, the process to understand, I think. But yeah, he said to me, he went to me, "You were a good wife." I said, "Yeah, you're a good husband." He was a good man. It was fun. It was fun, but it wasn't like everything, it doesn't last forever. But I have the most amazing memories with that man. I was given a very lovely soulmate who was my best friend. I do miss him for that. It's like, but you just can't, there's people worse off than me, aren't there? That's how I look at it. It's like people can feel sorry for me and my children. There's some people that don't even get to know their dad or don't have a great relationship with them. So, it is what it is. Okay. Sounds like a war story repeated. Yeah. It's an amazing story. It's how, do you know what, how me and my husband uplifted everyone in the hospice. They were like, "What religion are you?" It's like, we're not a religion. We're just like positive. We're here to uplift the world. And you would never hear my husband complain. Never. And what he went through, man, I think I complained quite a bit. I probably had the victim t-shirt on. Okay, it was tough. It was tough because he wouldn't allow anyone else to look after him. So if I didn't look after him, he'd do it himself. So that one didn't work. So the nurses were allowed the last 2 days, and they felt so honoured. I went into the hospice, and one of the nurses come to me and she was crying. I said, "Oh, why are you crying?" She said, "Because Simon allowed me to get him undressed and help him into bed." And she just felt, my husband was so independent and so was I, that actually we stopped people that genuinely wanted to help. So amazing. And she was there with him until like she said, like, she called me and said, you better come in. This is it. So you do know when it's it as well. There are the signs. I mean, we can wait for someone to make their transition for quite a long time. But there is the signs. You do know. They do go quiet. And I had the same with my mum, though. My mum was a really shorter period. My mum was 17 days from finding out that she had cancer until she actually made her transition. And I spent all the time in the hospice as well, about 11 days in the hospice. She was 6 days in hospital being diagnosed with cancer. She had such a large belly. My mum always looked like she was pregnant. When I was like little, it was, okay, a little bit embarrassing because I had like a really old mum who would dress in the most, we would call it grooviest clothes. They were not fashionable. Everything was like second hand. She wasn't a funky mum. She was fun, okay, but she was old. I mean, she was my age when she had me. And so she was, for me, okay, yeah, I was a little bit embarrassed, okay, of my mum, because she had the biggest stomach, and everyone would ask me if my mum was pregnant, and they would take the mickey out of her. So she always had this kind of larger belly, but it got more big towards the end, and she started to, she was on the phone to me, and she's going to me, I can't seem, and this is how she was speaking, to get out my words. And everyone, I don't know, people didn't really think it was serious. The doctor told her she had something wrong with her cholesterol. She had to have a check for her cholesterol. And just by chance, we went to the doctors, and it was a childhood doctor, because I was always at the doctors as a child because I was severely asthmatic. So I was always being checked up on my chest. I had whooping cough all the time. I was always wheezing. And just by chance, this childhood doctor was at the surgery as a temp for the day. And he sent my mum to the hospital, and it was liver cancer. And then 17 days later, she was gone. So I kind of already had a practice run when I was, I think it was about 28 when my mum died. Not really scared of death. Okay. Luca, your husband of 23 years and I were separated last year, and I fell in love with a friend. He was also with the mother of his children. Then my husband went through some health issues and almost died. Yeah. I just always try to remind myself that we all signed up for our own individual journey. So whether my husband signed up and he said, yeah, I'll go until I'm 42 and I'll get married to Lucy and I'll have 2 amazing children and we'll have this kind of path, blah, 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 blah. And then the deal is that then, because he knew that he was such my best friend, that I would really want him, to be honest, my husband, if he was still alive. Divorce was never spoke about. We kind of said, well, we get divorced if we need to. We don't need to, we're not wanting to tear up the marriage certificate and burn everything. It's like, no, it has its own little memory box. Even have rings, they're together in a little box with the garter from my wedding day and the pearls and my veil and his cravat. But it's my children, that's their mum and dad. Okay, I don't regret any of it. But oh dear, I've gone off into one now, haven't I? Can't remember what I'm saying. Oh, just about signing up for it. I don't know. And you got back together. Sorry, your story continues. And you got back together and everything has been great, actually, except my heart is still with someone else too. No one knows we were together, but I believe his girlfriend found out. That sounds a bit like today's story, doesn't it? You go on to say it seriously. Your reading today for the Divine Masculine gave me chills, which just gave me chills because, I'm kind of oh, you know what I'm talking about. And kind of scared the crap out of me. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Okay, my daughter was like that as a child with the asthma. Yeah, placebo effect. My mum used to give me this pump, okay. I always remember having my chest, with the stethoscope and the doctor listening, and I always remember my mum screaming all the time through the bedrooms for me to, because I was in the furthest box room, for me to lay on my side. It was lay on your side. Then she taught me to breathe through my stomach. And she used to give me this pump that was hers. And it was way out of date. There was nothing in it, but I didn't know that until later on. So yeah, just some breathing techniques. How about that? I'm not asthmatic now. And anyway, I say I outgrew it. Okay. Is that enough on the husband thing? Yeah? My husband told me he didn't think he was going to, he said he could never really find his place here. He had no history. I wonder sometimes if he was like a step in. He has no history. I would ask him about his childhood. He'd tell me nothing. Couldn't remember anything. Couldn't remember anything really with his mum. He was bullied. And then he met me. And we just we moved away and we just raised our children on our own. So I'm not sure what the purpose of my, that's just his own words. He said, I don't think I was meant to live here for long. I just don't feel like I belong. That's sad, isn't it? Well, it isn't, but I felt, obviously, being his wife. It's quite sad, isn't it? Anyway. Right. I don't know what we've been on. Bloody 36 minutes. So we've spoke about synchronizations and putting them together. Even like, I suppose everything I've said now will have some kind of sync to it, that you can kind of sync up the stories of the past. He chose to come, I can't say that word, superfluous child, purpose-filled. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a funeral like he did. I mean, how he's remembered. It's amazing. Okay. I'm going to have a look at these Channel of Love cards. How are we doing for time? It looks like it's 0041. Make a wish. I want to talk about like premonitions and all those things that you've kind of, I was thinking about this earlier. You know, things that you kind of think have happened, or you've had a bit of an idea that something's gone on. Like, even if, like, with the readings, if you resonate with them. So, like the Divine Masculine reading giving you a chills because, you know, that could be their situation. But then the energy moves on, doesn't it? And you kind of deal with being in that feeling. And then it's not until like a year or two later that you actually find out that that was true. Are you with me? That kind of feeling's coming up. Like all those things that if you can go back and remember loads of different things, those aha moments, and then you've dealt with the emotion, you didn't really have any clarification on it, but I feel like because now you're over dealing with how that affected you, thinking, because those thoughts of what might be happening, and you can convince yourself that that is the story, and then you have to tell yourself, well, maybe it's not. You might find out that it actually was. Does that make any sense? I like that, McKenna. Make a wish and it will come true. You love me and I love you. Make sense? Yeah, so don't be surprised if those things that most of the stuff it's like, okay, most of the stuff I make up seems to be clarified at some point. So it's kind of like, I already know that. But that's like 6 months ago, I was told that. A year ago, I was told that. And I think that even with the readings, they can trigger you. And I always think, well, okay, if this was your story, how are you going to get your head around it? So it's like you actually do live through the trauma. And you will do, because you've just lived through mine. That's why I don't want to tell you. It's not yours to live through. You don't need to take on my experience, just like I maybe don't want to take on some of your experiences. But we're affected by it as soon as we start to tell that story. It's just like when something happens, like something big happens around the world. We all get involved in that story, even though we wasn't there. That's how much it can affect us. Okay. Deja vu. So we've got Make a Wish. Laurie. Laurie, what do you think I'm going to say? I'm just waiting for Laurie to... Good girl. You're really tapped in lately, Laurie. There's a few of you that are really tapped in. Okay, like you're spot on. McKenna, you are. I'm not going to pull you out so that, like, you know, I'm giving you special treatment, but Laurie was yesterday. You guys that say that I'm reading your story. Okay, you make me laugh. You make me laugh. Oh, dear. So, some of you are really like, if you watch, like, this is another thing. I think some like to come on and chat. Like, not like now, this is chat time, okay? But like with my reading and our premiere it, people will come on and they'll chat and they haven't got a fucking clue what I've said. Because actually, if they were quiet and put their message on and then turned to the camera and listened, they'd hear me answer them straight away. And that's why people are missing the sinks. They're there. It's like, you can ask me as many questions as you want, but if I'm not here talking to you face to face, I guarantee you, your question's going to be answered if you just watch the video. But most people don't go back and rewatch, and they haven't actually really taken it in. I imagine subconsciously, okay, my info's gone in, all right, because it will get in there some way, shape or form. But sometimes you kind of think, well, if you listen, you're going to hear me respond. But the chats can be quite distractive. So I myself always like to go back because I laugh. I laugh how your chat comes in with my chat. And we're not even like live. That's how you notice signs and synchronizations. And follow Harry Potter. It's like, if you want to, it's fun to escape, guys. It's fun to escape all this and go into Harry Potter world. Okay, you got me reading and, well, I don't know, I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to be me, as if, like, I just pretend that, like, I'm reading to children, okay? Which is my hope for that. I'd love all the children, wouldn't you? Well, I don't know if you would. I'd love all the children to be on the channel of love at a certain time, having a story time. We just have to be careful, don't we, of like kind of, well, I never put my videos open for kids anyway. So I just expect maybe parents to guide them there. But I have a Facebook page now called the Channel of Love Book Club, so that kids don't even have to come onto YouTube. They can just, you can let them onto Facebook. If you don't open up in the app, I don't think it kind of, make sure it's not an autoplay. I don't think it'll roll onto another video. But that's kind of another thing that I want to bring into the Channel of Love. I didn't call the channel like anything to do with tarot, because I'm going to cover everyone. We're going to have the old ones on here at some point and the kids. And I mostly work with teenagers this side. Did anyone hear my story when I said about how I felt like I was being watched? And Megan's like a person online, like she has a group of people she games with around the world. Okay, and one of them told me to go outside because I was being watched. Well, Emily comes down tonight with a different group of people, and these are her college friends. Okay, I don't know who they are, but she kind of goes, do you want to speak to my mum? And I don't know why she has the urge. I imagine she doesn't. And this another lad, he made this joke about being a stalker. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not, seriously, Emily. Why are like all your friends like stalking me or telling me I'm being stalked? Okay. Laurie, you're doing the now thing again. Okay. I want to go into music zone. Okay, Luca, you've got to go for now. I'll come and watch the rest later. Thank you. Well, although I don't know what will come out of this, because this is kind of just a chit chat, but with the readings, I say to you all, if I take the time to rewatch them, I try and rewatch before I upload. Sometimes I don't. I didn't today. I was really busy. After I'd recorded, I just went straight into like answering calls, and so I didn't get a chance to rewatch. And before I knew it, it was ready to premiere. But I do. I always rewatch. And so even if I watch review with the premiere, I can put them together. Okay. Thank you for joining us, though, Luca. We'll catch you later. Right, so we've got Make-A-Wish, 17. You can't type red. Maybe you weren't meant to. Maybe you was meant to Rex, T-Rex. Divine Masculine we've got. Ooh, ooh. He's loosened up. It's 10 to 1, guys. Oh, it's Friday night. Is it Friday? I like the weekends. Emily classes because she doesn't have college on a Monday. So Emily says her weekends is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't think we plan on going out. We've already been to the shop, got the food for the weekend, got some goodies. And we don't plan on really going out, I don't think. Right. Oh crap, he's here. Laurie, what do you mean? Like proper in the physical or energetically? Are you like being tonight's Willow? Have they overtaken you? It takes so much time to upload and re-watch. It does. This is how it does take so much time, but it's distracting, the live. And I do really want you guys sometimes to just listen to what I'm saying. And it's not often now I do a video about a premiere because it's our community. And I feel if I don't premiere it, how are you guys going to get to talk to one another? So there's kind of two aspects to this. It's like it's our little club. And then there is loads of good advice as well. So with premieres, definitely like watch them back. Okay, but it's very time consuming. But for me, if I was to record this, let's say I do an hour video, it would then take me an hour to upload that onto YouTube. And then it might take another, depending on the speed, or what Divine says, because I'm sure that they prolong it. Sometimes it's like I'm waiting for someone to get home. I know that. I'm like, kind of, can you hurry up so it can just finish uploading? Because it can be extremely a long time. And then to watch it back with you guys, it takes quite a lot of my time. I don't mind though. I love doing it. It's just, I do love doing it. This is one thing I don't actually want to slip, is our community like this. Bonding. It is, Laurie. And I mean, how would you feel if I never put the premieres on? It's like, when will we get to chat? Even if most of the time I'm quite quiet on the premieres, and it's because I'm watching. I'm watching you guys and I'm watching that and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just watching. And I don't want to always encourage you to talk too much because I want you to listen. But it's important that you do talk. It's your time. Okay. Well, I'm glad we've had that conversation then on my importance of rewatching back to get in line with the Saints. But Harry Potter is so bloody funny. It really is just kind of coming in with the readings. So, and I was saying at the beginning of the video, I noticed it with the Tao Te Ching. Now, we kind of stopped on 15. What's 15? Is that's the devil, isn't it? Number. So I've kind of stopped. I was sharing that every night and I stopped now on 15. 16 is the tower. Right, okay. But when we get up and going on that again on the Facebook group, have a look. Although the translation that I'm using at the moment for the Tao Te Ching is I'm not going to say it's one of my favourite, okay? There's so many translations, like thousands of translations. But I've just gone to the TaoTeChing.com and they've got a selection of 5, I think, translations. And I think this is the 3rd one of them I'm sharing. So, but have a look at the translation and you're like, well, that's just kind of coming with what we're talking about. So I don't know what's in these chapters and how they're going to come in with the day's reading or how the Tao Te Ching is going to come in. But I've been noticing this stuff for like months and months. Harry Potter movies are playing on TV now. I love reading the books. I did love the films. I like to read the books first. So I'm thoroughly enjoying going back because of all the little details, because one of the films really does miss out. I think it was Rick Mayall who was playing one of the haunted ghosts who's in the book. There's a nearly headless Nick. There was a lot more ghosts and a lot more story on Dobby and Winky, the female elf who's in the books. So I'm just really looking forward to, like, I don't know, rereading it. Oh, you're having angry energy. It feels like the karmic. I felt it yesterday, and then since the reading this morning, strong and stronger. Yeah, could be the karmic, could be the divine masculine. I felt I've picked up on the divine masculines a little bit furious. Okay, I've done that a few days ago. That they're quite angry. I think maybe just angry at life. Could be the karmic energy you're picking up on. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes, but I'm sure we're going to find out one day. Okay. See, you'd miss us. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Well, I don't plan on stopping doing it, but if I ever do it and it's not a premiere, it's maybe, I don't know. Maybe Divine just wants you to listen that day. Okay. Alina, you too. I was sleeping and woke up just on time for your video. Now that's divine timing. Yes, it is. Yeah. And I quite like doing these at different times, although the live's quite good now, although it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. But what time is it where you are? Tell me. Put the AM PM. I'm gonna know all the time differences at one point. I'm gonna have up like those clocks that they do. Is it like in the stock exchange? The Channel of Love Exchange. I'll have all your times up. I appreciate your premieres. One saved my life a week and a half ago. Oddly, you mentioned traffic in that video as well. I'm really pleased, Kitty. Kitty Cat loves bear. 7:55 and now 25. Don't know what was on that album. Spotted Pony. Okay, that is what it is. I will be seeing them next week. Thank God the full moon will be past. Yeah. It's quite amazing. Willow actually sent me, I haven't really been speaking to Willow over the last few days, but she sent me a picture tonight, of the moon. And it was weird because me and Emily was on our way back from the shop and I'd said to her, look at the moon. It's nearly the full moon, isn't it? 555 again. Okay, right. Oh, I'm meant to be looking. Sorry, Laurie, the time. Now time, 7:55. It was 5:55, just turned 5:56. I love being able to catch the live. It's 6:56 Texas time. 5:55 again, 6:50 p.m. in, how do I pronounce that? Arkansas? Is it like Kansas? So many number syncs. 2 a.m. in Italy. You dirty stop up. It's Friday night. Oh, you had to go last time, didn't you, Elena? Because it was getting quite late, wasn't it? I saw you last time say goodnight. Channel of Love Exchange. Glad to join your Love and Exchange. Good. Gonna plan on keeping this going. I'm gonna spread this shit all over the world, guys. That's the intention. Oh. 3 a.m. in Greece. I'd love to come to Greece. I will do. I have this book. It's the only book that I kind of kept that I stole from school. I don't know. It's called Ancient Greece, but it used to fascinate me. I used to look through it, all the old clothing, and I bet if I reread that, there's a lot of knowledge now, because I don't really know anything about ancient Greece apart from this fascination with this book that I seem to have carried around with me, let's say, for the last, I don't know, 30 odd years. Arkansas. Thank you. Intuitive Moons. Hi, Patsy. 1 a.m. Okay. Adopted a dog from Arkansas. Where am I in England? I'm in Nottinghamshire. I'm near Sherwood Forest. So I'm not actually in Nottingham. I'm in Nottinghamshire. done some research on the yoni eggs. Seriously, Jess? Yes, I'm obsessed with Greek mythology. I'd like to be. I think it's an area I will study. It's the pronunciations. 8 p.m. in Vermont. Oh, I'm so lucky. The Shire, Hobbits. Yeah. Oh, Robin Hoodland I live in, really, don't I? The Shire, Hobbits. I quite like that movie, actually, The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings, I think I watched like kind of once. They were long, weren't they? I bet they would make more sense now. You was born in Leicester. I was born in Kent. I'm not from here. I just like to travel around a little bit. Pelvic exercise time. You guys had me cracking up. I watched back your comments. Like I said, I watched back. I was pissing myself. I'm sitting there talking to you all, and you're all squeezing. And I'm just sitting there thinking, they're all doing their bloody pelvic floors while they're watching, and now they're going to make every video like pelvic floor time. It's a good time to remember. It reminded me, because who was saying, how long do you need to do it for? Or when I worked in my network marketing days, okay, so I would have to go and recruit my own like people. So I would get up. I was only telling Emily about how manic my days used to be. I used to kind of be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You have to get really wrapped up. And I'd go out as soon as I thought it was early enough to start posting things through people's doors. And I would have like 10,000 flyers a month. My aim would be to get out, okay, into streets to advertise myself, my business, and for people to join my team. But I'd be back home by 8 o'clock in the morning. And I used to be so perky. I'd been up, done 2 hours worth walking. I mean, the amount I used to walk. And then I'll get home, I'll take the children to school, okay, because my husband was home, so he was there in the mornings. And then I would either be running my own home shopping business, so looking after my own customers. I'll be out with team members or recruiting. And anyway, getting back to the flying. So what I used to do is, as I walked down someone's doorstep, this was like how I used to my pelvic floor, I would squeeze and I'd hold it all the way to the front door. And then when I walked out, I would release it. And I'll do that up and down every driveway, every pathway, pelvic floor. Seriously, guys. Tighten up those muscles nice and squeeze. Got to be in shape for the DMs. I'm going to do mine. I'm going to pinch. We're going to hold it in. Okay. You've got to remember to breathe though. Okay. So you can hold it there for quite a while. I love watching your videos no matter how you do them. Thank goodness for that. It is helping me get through. I wish I had someone to talk to about my situation, but I know this is the closest I can get. Yeah, or book yourself in a Skype call, Kat. That's a really good way. I mean, we really get to kind of know each other, and they're normally really beneficial. Skype calls. Squeeze and release. They do that. Last time I went to donate blood, okay, my blood group is O rhesus negative. What the hell am I saying? They're not even O rhesus negative, okay? So I've got O neg, which means I can give my blood. It's a universal blood. I can give to everyone, but I can't only accept my own. And the last time I went to give blood, they had changed the whole setup, okay? So they've got like these funky chairs now that are like, they look like dentist chairs. And not really anyone really talks to each other when they're giving blood. It's quite a serious like thing until I get there. And my favourite part is at the end when you get to go to the table and you get your sticker. My mum donated blood today. You get yourself a packet of crisps and some biscuits and some orange juice. And I always normally sit down and go to people, this is my favourite part. It's like, stop giving the blood. I just come for like the free biscuits. And anyway, so they changed it. Now, what they used to do is you used to squeeze your hand, okay, to get your blood circulating. You wasn't allowed to cross your legs. It was kind of like you'd lay flat on this bed. This was like, I started giving blood when I was 18. My mum always gave blood, and I used to go with her as a little girl and sit next to her, and it was just something I knew I'd do. I haven't given blood for like years, guys. I don't really know how I feel about it now, but I did give blood for quite a lot of years. Actually, me and my eldest daughter, because she said, Mum, should I give blood? Because I've got a funny feeling they might be telling me I'm anemic. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm the same as well. When they start doing tests on me, you know, I don't think their tests are going to come up with like that I eat as much as what I should do. And anyway, so I'm on this new chair and I'm looking at everyone, and I didn't do it, but I had the strong urge because I said to the lady, should I just squeeze my hand? And she went, oh no, we don't do that anymore. You can cross your legs. And what we actually suggest you to do is to squeeze your buttocks together. So I'm laying there on this chair and everyone's quite serious. I don't know how I didn't do it, but I was so close to kind of going, and squeeze, and release, and squeeze, like I'm having some kind of, like, I don't know, exercise program going on. So very amusing. Don't know why we're talking about that, donating blood. But as my little like bag was like on the little scales popping away, I had like a little brown parcel. It's quite cute, really. But I had a little brown parcel, you know, like that you would put through string and it would hang a parcel tag. And I said, well, why has mine got a parcel? Because I'm like looking at everyone's. I'm like a nosy bugger, me. I'm like, I notice everything. I'm like, why have I got this brown like little parcel tag on there? And she said, because yours goes straight to the children's unit, because they don't have to test anyone in A&E, their blood group, when you're dealing with ONEG, it can be given to everyone. I thought that's quite nice. So I don't know why we're talking about blood groups. Okay. What are you guys talking about? Oh, yes, breathe. Yes, Kat, you're not alone. We're definitely a team, I think. Books on the exercises. Sherry's been to Greece. It was amazing. It's on the list. Luna, no, ma'am, I found on a channel on YouTube and then cross-reference them. You can't donate. Do you know what? My husband, that was the one thing he was pissed off about. He wouldn't be able to donate blood because he had cancer. Because you've got to remember, he was like cured and given the all clear for a few months. He was quite pissed off that he wasn't able to. Oh, he had a blood transfusion. That's right. Yeah, he had so many things go wrong, like in between. I remember, yeah, he had a blood transfusion. Oh, I remember that. See, it all comes back so much. The amount of times the crash team had to go into my husband. Oh, anyway. My husband was well gutted about that, about not being able to give blood. It was weird how it came about him giving blood, because he was actually, we were dating and I was 20 and I'd moved to a different location. That's where I met him. And asked him to take me to donate blood at a local church. And when he got there, he just started filling out the forms and just done it himself. He was more like religious in doing it than what I was. He was on it. Why are we talking about donating blood? Anyway. Okay, sorry, I was looking. McKenna, I can't pronounce that. Disseminated Lyme disease, even though I've been cured, but most never are. If anyone needs to know how to cure, ask. Okay. So if that helps any of you guys, we're buffering. I saw us buffer then. Cool beans. I think I'm caught up. Let's have a look at this Make-A-Wish. Let's try and get a reading out, guys. It's 8 minutes past 1. Make-A-Wish. Karma. Justice there. Don't need to do anything really, do you? I'm quite fascinated by it all. If you look back, where did worrying and fear and panic really get us? Anyway, divine masculine. Through the veil of illusion. That was what, when I said I'd done it earlier, and what did I say was on this side? Living the Tao, the awakening of the student, bliss, addicted, and then the bottom of the deck was through the veil of illusion. Divine masculine. He's lost the addiction and he's through the veil of illusion, apparently. The Fool, the clean slate. We'll work on this a bit. Just for a little bit. Laurie, you taking the piss? What number is what? Okay. It's not buffering anymore, is it, McKenna? I just saw it the once I managed. Oh, it said I had 21 in the chat, and then it went down to 20, and then it's got 12. We've got 12 thumbs up. Okay, that's awesome, isn't it? It's that person that puts like the thumb down. Don't they stick out like a sore thumb? That's what they've got. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to achieve. Well, I do know what you're going to achieve by putting that thumbs down on the channel of love. It's like, it's negativity. You're just going to achieve that your way. So, it does stick out like a sore thumb. It's like, what's your problem? It's probably a karmic or an upset divine masculine. Look at these. Some cards have come out. Do you want to know what they are? They're two good cards. We're working on the divine masculine and through the veil of illusion. Knight of Cups. So, Knight of Cups, offering love, an apology, sincerity. Is that how you say it? Wow. Okay. It's quite graceful here. Oh, Mr. Lover. They call him Mr. Bombastic. Oh, Mr. Loverman, Shabba. Very interesting. Page of Wands. It's kind of like he's saying, sod this. I'm going to go and get me some. I do think it's towards a divine feminine. Well, he's not a divine masculine if he's just off out there getting it wherever. I mean, okay. That's not divine masculine status, is it? So we've got Make a Wish. It's got a clean slate here. What are they? Make a Wish. What number, Laurie, did you want? Sorry. Karma's number 8. Divine masculine's number 4. Through the veil of illusion is 21. That's what I was tapping on when it said 21. 21. 12. And the clean slate, 0. But look, it looks like, okay, how can I show you this? Look. You see the 0, 0, okay? Feminine side, masculine side. Both at 0 points. Anyway, let's have a look at what the feminine's got come out. The World card. Well, that's perfect, isn't it? What was 17? Make a Wish card. We've got any other 17s on the table. We've got the World card here. 21. Card number 21. 21's when I got married. It's like going again, isn't it? I think 21 is far too young to decide who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And I think like 18, 19 is far too young to decide what career you're going to have for the rest of your life. Okay. Conflict. The end of. So because the divine feminine's got her back towards this conflict here, this karma, she knows what wishes she's made. It's like not only does she wish harmony for herself, but she also wishes harmony for her divine masculine. Well, for all, but make a wish, karma, the Fool. Nothing to do, just you to be. Bottom of the deck. Someone's leaving somewhere, aren't they? They're leaving the circus. They're not clowning around anymore. I was going to do a bit of B.A. Baracus. Ain't no fool. Bit of the 18. Loves it when a plan comes together. But you had to be like B.A. Baracus. It was Mr. T. He had to be knocked out so he could go on an aeroplane. But he still went. They still done it. It's like that to be cruel to be kind. Wow. Laurie was 21 when she went out with him 35 years ago. A do-over. In the southern US, they say all marriages before 25 don't count. Laugh out loud, so true. Fools fall in love. Why do fools fall in love? Why do birds sing? I don't know, but there's birds like everywhere singing, I imagine, for the masculines, the feminines. Okay, all these bluebirds. Okay, Spotty Pony, gotta go, unexpected company, and not the DM or karmic. Who is a knocking at your door? See you later. Laurie? Laurie's just stand by. Enjoy. There's somebody at the door. Okay. Right, I am gonna get wrapped up, but let's get a I always say that. So look, it's 1:15, right? I'm gonna be gone by 1:30. Oh, it was 1111151s. You might be seeing it now. You've got a you can see me, look. You can see me go, ooh. I think it's about, I don't know what the lapse is. 8 minutes? 8 minutes, not 8 minutes. Lucy, don't be silly now. 8 seconds? 22 in chat. Okay, I'm going to get a enchanted map for the masculines, one for the feminines. Masculines are through that veil of illusion, guys. I mean, we're not even playing anymore, are we? This shit's about to get really real. You do feel that, don't you? It's like all this time. Willow's just messaged me. She's up. 16 minutes past 1. Where are the cats? I don't know, sleeping. I don't know. I'm not sure. Jasper's on the footstool, curled up on a cushion. I don't know where Leah. I don't even have a cat called Leah. I have a Lily and a Tia. Tia will be upstairs. Oh, Lily's here. Lily, did you hear them up? She heard you. Lily's here. Tia will be on her bed in the spare room. Seriously. Oh, I don't know why I'm shuffling. Maybe we want a different bottom of the deck. Right, let's get Leah, Star Wars. Yeah. Okay, it is. But don't allow it to. If it's physically destroying you, it's not going to come. So tell yourself it's not physically destroying you. It's all part of the process. Everything that you imagine, everything that you believe is going to be confirmed. It is a tough journey. But you're in Trinidad? Hi! You've got a live. What time is it there? And I don't mean that like, Elena, that because well, you know it's time. It's not kind of it's about time, because then it kind of means that, you know, there's some like desperation in that. And we don't want to have that. It's due. Yeah? It's due. Divine Masculine Magic String. 18. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. That's why we don't really have to do anything, guys. Divine Feminine here is back on. She turns her back on karmic energy, negative karmic energy. Karma works both ways. She turns her back on it. And it seems that the Divine Masculine takes this like leap of faith. It's a clean slate. It's like the Divine Feminine's not going to allow this to, like what you said, to bring her down anymore. So, every experience you have, we've been talking a lot about stories tonight, so it must be coming in. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Just the Divine Masculines, it spoke about I want to say the collective awakening. The 100th monkey was shouting out at me. Okay, the 100th. It's going to take that one person, and we said we don't really know who it's going to be. I was quite shocked today, a little bit. Actually, I've been speaking about this today. It comes in with signs and synchronizations. Okay, it's 20 past. I don't watch the news. Okay, and sometimes my stories really I can see reflected. I've seen them reflected in government, politics, schooling, like as in where I put my attention, I giggle to myself. It's like I haven't been sharing it. It's been happening quite a while. But today's reading. Was it so much today's reading? Oh, we've been speaking about just the tower, a massive tower. Now, once I'd done my reading, okay, it was actually Willow that told me, I don't know if she's jumped on. No, it doesn't look like it. She actually told me that somebody like a TV, what do we call them, host, has come out. I think he was married for 27 years. His name's Philip Schofield. He's come out about him being gay. Big, massive. I mean, this man, he hosts like, is it still called Good Morning Britain? GMTV. He's like a big name. Actually, he was like around when I was a child. He used to do a show which comes in with like the talk about the perfume, live, and about going live. But that was the name of his show, Going Live. And he had Gordon the Gopher in the broom cupboard. And it's like he's kind of come out of the, good for him, big change. And the only thing I caught on it was Willow that said to me, Philip Schofield's come out like about being gay. And I've been recording a reading, and I haven't checked the news when I've got up in the morning. And I went to wow. And it's also come in with a few things that me and her's been speaking about finding out if your partner, is actually gay. And so it's like, what's the story that's flying around? So that was quite a shock. But afterwards, it wasn't actually until Emily got home from college, I heard her listening to a news report on her phone, and I went, is that Philip Schofield? I said, apparently, like, he's come out today. And so it just kind of clarified. Big things are happening, tower moments. People are stepping up, which is going to help so many people. All I read on the news, okay, because I quickly, on my phone, the news come up and I clicked on it and saw what it said. I believe it said he was married for 27 years and that he's been spending time with his wife and his children trying to help him to accept this. He's the one that's been he's like been living this life where it's not that I don't believe, he didn't love his wife. It was just that something just wasn't quite right. And now it's amazing. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. How things are happening when you have a look. I mean, politics, come on. That's already been shifted around quite a bit, hasn't it? It's kind of all getting ready. People are speaking up and out, and good. It's time they start to be happy and live that life. I mean, can you imagine the burden being lifted from his shoulders because he's actually just spoke up? I said to my daughter, give it a couple of weeks. No one's really going, I don't think anyone's really that bothered, are they? Oh. Your ex-brother-in-law is transgender. Yeah. Okay, let's carry on. Let's get this done. It's 24. That's 24. Did I finish reading? I did think I did. So that knock-on effect, how that is going to help liberate other people that have been maybe married for 20 odd years and have children and have been set free. I thought it was bloody amazing. Anyway, Divine Feminines, you've got encouragement. 54. What's divine nudging us to do? It's the last card in the book. Lovey. Draws. What card number? 54. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Right, I'm going to end on something. Mother Mary. Are you talking? Hey? Yeah. She keeps going, yeah. You're going to chat? Well, I'm muttering under my breath. I'm not going to do this in 4 minutes. Who knows? Okay. Seriously, it's given me 2. 17 minutes. Our Lady of Blessings Bestowed and Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine, like a fine wine. Okay. Card number 26, seeing as it's 126 here, and card number 4. So do you think that number 4 there goes with the masculine, seeing as they're like a 4? And 26, well, we'll put it over here for Our Lady of Blessing Bestowed, seeing as that comes in with Make a Wish. Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine. I think the Divine Masculine really does value the Divine Feminine. He's through that veil. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to read, yeah, it's got just like a little first bit. So let's read for the Divine Masculines. That's how I'm taking it anyway. 4. That's where the synchronizations have led me. Okay, here's the message. I ask you to surrender your future thinking to me. Although your future contains the promise of great blessings, do not let this distract you from the blessing I bestow upon you in this moment. I ask you to open your arms to my blessings in the here and now. You are the sweet fruit, heavy on the vine. The time for harvest has come. This is your time. Got goosebumps. Oh, I got chills. They're multiplying. Me and Willow was talking about that today. That song about how, like, at the end, Sandy's like dressed in the black, like the T-Birds, kind of feminine version, and then he's all in his white jock gear. How you changed like the black and the white, and how they kind of changed. Like they became each other. Role reversal. Okay, they both had a shake up. You better shape up. Let's read 26, Our Lady of Blessings Bestowed. Cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. Okay, you better shape up. You ready, Divine Feminines? How long we been on for? 1, 2, 4, 5, 5. I am offering you. I just want to get it so we don't have a glare. She's like saying, hi, hi. I am offering you a spiritual gift now. The gift of a heavenly blessing. This blessing may come through a person. place or thing, or spring forth from within your own heart, unfolding like a blooming rose. I ask that you trust me, because in receiving this blessing, things will change. The changes are a shedding of that which would hold you back from fully receiving my blessing. My blessing asks you to have trust and courage as I help you leap into your divine fulfillment more swiftly than you could do on your own. We've got the fall twice, the leap, on both sides. I'm going to end on a journey of love. We've been kind of really using these cards at the minute, the journey of love cards. Where are they? Oh, right there. And then I'm going to go, guys. My time, and I sit alone on Friday night, will meditate, love to wall. It's beautiful. I spoke about like the reading today. What do we do? We just like to have a sit, don't we, in silence? I do. Okay. I don't know what card wanted to... is it still there? It is. It was Earth Angel. I know, because it's got like little spots on the card. And the others don't. Let's read it. Earth Angel. 54. Same number as that encouragement here. Brings us to that 9. Okay. Right, I'm going to get off after this, guys. Okay, here's the final message for tonight. Earth Angel, you carry the world in your robes and heaven in your hair. You bring me a special gift now, responding to my prayer. Though sometimes I may feel that I am struggling or alone, you come to me now and carry me into my heart. You bring me home. Even from the darkest depths, I rise up to meet your light. I cannot be separated from the divine. I cannot be separated from the light. This oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love and protection for you and your beloveds. Sorry, guys. That didn't want to come out then. It was like I got choked up. That's quite cute, isn't it? Because I'm speaking about my husband and Simon. So, okay, that makes sense. Getting a bit choked up. I didn't feel it, but... So this oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love and protection for you and your beloveds. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Keep praying each day from your heart and know you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you have been worrying about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You are asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. I thought that was really for if you're worried about your divine masculine. Okay, just know that this protection extends to them as well. And you are asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. I said earlier, where did worrying ever get us? Got another poem. Thank you for walking with me. Before you climbed up here, I was afraid I had risked everything. By holding out my hand, we're not getting the flow with this, right? Thank you for walking with me. Sorry, I've got like things flashing up here. Low battery mode. I know, I'm getting off. I'm going. What's the time? 1:34. 4 minutes over. It's bloody divine masculines, guys. Thank you for walking with me. Before you climbed up here, I was afraid I had risked everything by holding out my hand. And now, as I share your joy and excitement at being a friend, I realise I may have to run to catch up with you. Lots of love to all of you. I'm going. Okay, take care. I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great weekend. Okay, bye for now.